Hi everyone, Natasha here, and around my home today I'm in my office. It's been a while since I've seen you this direction, so hello and welcome to my channel. I'm here today to share a little bit of a different video with my planner. I thought I would take you along with me today as I use my Jane's Agenda Discbound planner so you can kind of see how things flow through my day. Of course, every day is a little different, but we'll talk about that as we get into it more. So grab something cozy to drink. If you want to plan along as you watch, then grab your planner too. Stay tuned for more, and welcome to my office. Welcome back to my home. I'm so glad you're joining me today for another planner related video. So as I mentioned, I thought I'd take you along today. Today is Friday and it's the last full day of school for my daughter. So I'm trying to make the most of this day because I have several little appointments and errands I have to run. But in between that, I'm trying to get some things still checked off of my list. And I'm continuing to try to incorporate some of the tips and tricks and concepts we've been talking about in the Jane's Agenda Master Plan 365 course. So I'll have that linked in the description below, along with some of my other links to different things. And that is a free course, so you can watch these videos every Monday. You can go back and watch it whenever it's convenient for you. There's really no timetable on it, but she started it in April. And there are some additional inserts and things if you want to purchase, but you don't have to. You can just use a notebook and take notes as we go along. So if you're interested in finding out more, check out that link. It's been a really good chance for me to sort of evaluate some of my processes and habits, because some things we do, we just do without thinking. And I know we all have good and bad habits. And I like that she's focusing on not just being productive for productivity's sake, but actually being thoughtful and present in both our work and, like more things we have to do related areas of our lives and our home and personal lives. So we're working on trying to be present in whatever we're doing, and it's been helpful for me. So anyway, if you want to check it out, it's in the description. But meanwhile, this is my Jane's Agenda planner. You can watch all my planner videos to see how this has been set up so far for the month of May. And it's on the 2-inch discs, so it's chock full with all kinds of information. So what I have done so far this morning is my usual morning routine, and by usual, that's kind of a loose term. I tend to bounce around and flow from one thing to the other, but I am constantly reminding myself, progress, not perfection, and done is better than perfect. Those are sort of the two reminders I have to tell myself. So I have a list of some usual things I try to do in the morning, my morning routine, if you follow the Fly Lady system. And I don't care what order they get done in, and I don't even care if they all get done. So each day I just sort of use that as a checklist to remind me of the things I should try to get done, or it can also trigger things that I remember this is important for today and I have to get it done. So anyway, let's turn the camera. We'll take a look at my planner. You can see kind of what I'm talking about and what I've been up to so far this morning. So here we go. Here's my planner, and this is typically how I keep it when I'm not using it, just because I feel like everything kind of stays secure. So let's go ahead and open it. First, I'll show you quickly under my routines tab here. So I don't have time right now to look at that. We're going to flip to the weekly overview, and today is Friday. So I am working on the video now, so I can't do that. Some of these things I haven't done yet. So basically this is kind of reminding me of where I'm at for the day. I have done the beds, and I still need to do the dishes and the countertop. I'm going to start my load of laundry once my husband's home from work today, so we can get his work pants in that load. And these other two things I haven't done yet. So that's okay. That's just how my morning's been. It was a busy morning. And then we're going to flip to today. So here we are. This is Friday, and I'm going to flip this way. So this morning I was drinking my coffee and thought of a few things, so I went ahead and added those to the bottom of my list. Yesterday afternoon, once we were home and kind of settled after dinner, I just quickly looked at my list, and what I knew I was not going to accomplish yesterday, I just forwarded it or migrated it forward to today's list. So I'm working on that right now, and I did do the budget update already since we have payday on Fridays. And I'm waiting to order my Green by 15 Joyful Jordan box. I started to do it last night and ran into a little issue that I had a question about, so that is begun. I use a dot to notify me that I've started it, but it hasn't been completed. And this is just a program that the Jordan Essentials consultants have, where if you get to 500 in sales by the 15th of the month, then you get the next month's Joyful Jordan box early, and it's only $5 instead of $29. So I definitely want to get that ordered as soon as I can. So that reminds me I need to check my email and see if they've answered my question so I can order that. And then some of these are errands and some other things I need to do once I have time back up here in my office. But right now it's getting close to 9 o'clock and I want to walk up to school and watch the talent show. My daughter really wanted me to come, and our neighbor who's in her class is participating. So I'm going to get some pictures and videos of him for my neighbor as well. And then I have a couple other appointments today. Not sure what time Sarah's coming, so I think I'll hear from her around 10:30 so we can schedule that for sure. So that's where I'm at so far in my planner. I'm going to put on my walking shoes and head up to school, and I'll touch base with you after that. I am back home. That took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but it's such a sweet opportunity to see just how our little community all comes together. I love it that our local school does this talent show every year because the kids are so encouraging and excited for one another. It doesn't really matter what the talent is. So even though it was a little bit longer out of my morning, I'm glad that I got to attend. I always feel grateful that I have a flexible schedule and I can attend things like that at my daughter's school. So now I'm back home. My kitchen's kind of a disaster, so I still would like to get down there and clean all that up and kind of finish some of my morning routine items. But I made myself some tea and had some yogurt and fruit and nuts and granola for kind of like a mid-morning breakfast brunch. I don't know, I never really had breakfast before I left. So I have had something to eat, had some water, I've got some tea now. And there's a couple of things on my list that are important for work that I need to get done. So I'm going to sit up here for a few minutes and take care of those, and then head to the kitchen and try to get some tidying up done and get the kitchen in a little bit better shape before my friend Sarah comes. But she and I have been touching base on Marco Polo, and her morning is going about like mine, and everything is taking longer than she thought. So it's working out fine that we may not get together until around 1 today, or maybe not at all. We're just going to both see how it goes. So meanwhile, I'm going to get some work done and then hopefully have that to look forward to in a little while. Okay, that task is done. So now let's take a look at my planner and I can check off that item plus touch base on what I need to work on next. So I was able to get this email response sent, which is good. And I'm going to make myself a note down here, and I'm going to take this page actually out because it's too hard to write at the very bottom. In responding to this email, it created another couple of questions that I need to remember to ask. So let's make a note about that. And it also reminded me that I need to do one more thing when I'm out today. So up here, this is, I know for sure Sarah and I are going to do this, but I want to make myself 2 other notes that I need to pick up wine at one of the local wineries. Okay, so now I've kind of blocked out these important things that I don't want to forget to do when I'm running my errands later today. So I still need to do some customer thank yous. I have not gone live on Facebook yet, but because I know Sarah's coming maybe around 1, I want to kind of prioritize what I do first. So I'm going to work on packing up this gift because I need to have this ready to go for when she and I get together. And then hopefully I can work on the kitchen cleanup and getting some of these things done as well. And I did check on my email and I don't have a response yet, so I can't get that ordered just yet, but that's still on my list. So now we will pop this back in my planner and I'm going to gather up the items I need for this little gift I'm putting together. Okay, I think I've gathered everything I want to put in my little gift for Esther. So she won my drawing for my monthly giveaway in my VIP group on Facebook. So this is just one of our little Jordan Essentials coasters, and what I like to do with these is to give them a little spritz of one of our essential oil sprays. So this is the TLC blend, which will be available through the end of June 2024. And this blend has lavender, peppermint, clary sage, frankincense, and sweet orange. So what's kind of fun with these paper coasters, or anything you have that's absorbent and made out of natural materials, so fabric, or if you have anything that's made out of jute or twine, even in your home like decor, you can just give it a little bit of a spray and let that kind of dry a little bit. I'm going to sit this aside while I get the bag packed up. So now my desk is going to smell good too. And this is our blend that has magnesium in it also. So if you're looking for topical magnesium, these little spray bottles are a great little gift for teachers or nurses or graduates, just anybody you want to say thank you to. I got interrupted because my husband just called. He's on his way home after working some overtime this morning. So anyway, I've got my nail file here. This is just a little notebook. Those are always kind of handy to throw into a purse or a bag. And then I have the Shaylicious Cherry Lip Balm and the Kiss Gunk Goodbye Lip Exfoliant. So this is a jojoba oil base, and it has sugar and a little bit of mint. So it's one of my favorite ways to give your lips a treat. So I'm gonna tuck this all in here, and I did switch out for a smaller bag. So I decided I think I had a little bit too big of a bag. So let's get everything put in here. She'll have all kinds of goodies. And now my coaster smells really nice. So she has that TLC scent when she opens the bag, which is just kind of a fun little bonus. And I like to do that sometimes when I send a birthday card or something else that the recipient gets to open it and have that little scent. And it's just on a witch hazel base. Those essential oil sprays are just a witch hazel base. So that's easy to spray and not worry about it. And I've got some yellow ribbon we'll just tie this up with. And I probably will put a little thank you note on the top. Once I get that written, then I will just add that to this. But this way my little gift pouch is ready to go for Esther. So I can check that off my list. I mainly wasn't sure what items I had on hand to gift. So that was kind of the stumbling block that I was running up against. But once I finally just went and looked in my little stash of gifty items and freebies that I can give away, then I had exactly what I needed on hand. Okay, there we go. Just trim that. Now that is good to go. So I've got Esther's little thank you gift already, and that cute little ribbon on there with a fun little collection of items. So let's check this off the list that we got that together as well. And I've also need to double check. I just had some text messages come through And I need to check a few more things when I run up to across town later. So, okay, so now I'm down to cleaning up my kitchen, which isn't even on here, but that's going to be on my morning routine. Filming my Facebook Live, which I'm not sure I'll get to today, so we'll just see how the afternoon goes. I haven't heard from Sarah yet. And then my customer order thank yous I'd still like to work on, but if I don't get to those today, both of these could be done tomorrow potentially, and then these errands will get run this afternoon. So I think I'm going to move to the kitchen and work on a little quick tidy down there. Well, just as I was headed to the kitchen to start working, I got a message from my friend Sarah that she was on her way here. So we ended up doing our errand that we needed to do together, and then we had some time to visit. So while we were sitting in the kitchen visiting, I kept working on picking some things up and got my kitchen in much better shape. It's not perfect, but it looks a lot better. And now it's time for my daughter to be getting off of school. So I have accomplished a few more things on my list. Let's look at my planner and see how we're doing now with all of my to-do list items and my routine from the morning. And then I'll talk about how we'll finish up the day. So let's take a look first at my to-do list that I had for myself today. So I never did get a chance to go live, so that might be pushed to tomorrow, as well as the customer thank yous, unless we have a couple of hours this afternoon before dinner that everyone else is just kind of relaxing and not doing anything. Then I might sneak up here and take care of that. I finally got the answer on ordering my JJ box, so I'm going to do that next, is jump on real quick and order my Joyful Jordan box. So that'll be the next thing I can cross off the list. And then the last several things will be errands that I do this afternoon as well. So let's flip to my routine here. So I did do the dishes and the countertops finally. My husband is home, but he is resting in the back bedroom. So I'm going to start that load of laundry probably tonight or tomorrow. I still need to sweep, and I still need to do a swish and swipe, but just getting the kitchen counters cleaned off feels really good. Is there anything else I can check off of here? I have my office tidied up. I did pretty good on that this morning. And then when my daughter gets home, we'll clean out her backpack for the last time in 4th grade. She has 2 half days left next week, but I don't think they even need to bring a backpack for that. So I've made good progress. I feel good about where things are. And then I have my to-do list back here on my daily page that will guide me as we go through the evening hours and helps me keep on task and not forget some of these important things. So hopefully that was kind of fun and helpful for you to see how I use my planner on a daily basis. Of course, not every day is this thorough. Sometimes I start out with a plan in the morning and then the day sort of gets turned around all different directions and I don't ever even get back into my planner. And other days are like today where I'm really using it a lot. So I'd love to hear from you if you use a planner like this or some sort of planning system on a daily basis. Do you just have a to-do list that you jot in a notebook? Do you do everything digitally? I think it's just fun to hear how each of us goes through our day. And of course, I'm looking forward to some rest and relaxation this evening with my family and hearing all about how this last day of school went. And it sounds like we might even have some thunder and a little bit of a storm getting ready to blow up, and you might be hearing the cicadas, which are out in full force this afternoon. So lots of summertime feels and summertime sounds as we finish up our Friday. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that was fun and a little bit of a different way for you to see how I use my planner on a daily basis. And as I mentioned, every day is different, and I try to give myself grace and make my planner work for me and not feel guilty if I don't use it for several days, or if things change and whatever I thought I set up in my planner isn't the thing I end up using or the system I end up using. I feel like it's up to me to make it work and to get through every day however it works best for me. So no guilt, no shame. The planner is just a tool. So stay tuned. The next video we'll be talking about closing out our planners for the month of May and getting set up for the month of June. So if you want to join along with me as I do that process, that'll be next week's video. Other than that, thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button down below, especially if you enjoyed this vlog style video. Have a good one, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.